This is Raw, and I'm going to show you a great strategy to use on some of the most complicated math problems in the SAT. This is going to use a strategy called Make It Real, and without it, it's probably a question most kids would not be able to answer. So we'll show you the question, see what you think you can do, and if you get stuck, see if this strategy works for you. This problem comes out of the SAT's official 2020 study guide made by the College Board. Very typical question, and almost always a question that my students will skip because they don't understand what's being asked. So we're going to break it down into simple chunks and use a strategy so that really no matter what your math skill, anybody can get this question right. At this point, the only facts we have is that y equals mx and that m is a constant. So just keep in mind that you have to always make that statement true. Y has to equal mx. Once we have our facts established, let's keep that in mind and then see if there are any other conditions they put in the math question for us. And they do. They tell us that y equals 17 when x equals a. And that's where a lot of the confusion comes in. But don't let that overwhelm you. Just keep in mind that x and a have to be the same value. So really all at this point, you just know that 17, I've substituted in 17 for the y, 17 equals mx. And keep in mind that that could also read 17 equals ma. So those are the conditions we have, and this is what we know. Now we're going to start using the strategy. Now that you've substituted in 17 for your value of y, we still have two variables left that we need to deal with, the m and the x. So what we're going to do here is use a strategy called Make It Real. And we're going to assign two values to m and x that when multiplied by each other will equal 17. So I just chose the easiest numbers. I divided 17 by 2 and said 2 times what number equals 17. So 2 times 8.5 equals 17. That's how I chose the values for my x and my m values. Now that you've established numerical values for all of the variables which make your conditions and your fact statements true, you're home free because now you can just do the math with numbers instead of variables. Now all that's left to do is to examine the task and make sure we're answering what they've asked us to do. And their question is, what is the value of y now when x equals 2a? Well, we can't let go of the fact that y equals mx, so let's set it to y equals m. We know m is 2. We have to keep our Make It Real numbers the same as always, but now we are changing the value of x to equal 2a. Well, we know a equals 8.5, so our new value of x has to equal 8.5 times 2, which will be 17. Therefore, y equals 2 times 17, which is 34. You're done.